Hey, good morning, everybody. Hope y'all good this morning. You know what I'm saying? Continue to just cool it. Hope y'all having a good day. You know what I'm saying? In this one, I had just wanted to speak about just the forces of the universe and how they both, from different polarities and from seemingly two different sides, work to just elevate you and work to just grow. You know what I'm saying? So you might hear about good and evil, or you might hear dark and light, but you know what I'm saying? We'll speak about the daytime and the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? In one of the previous videos, I was talking about the cosmic day, which is the period of creation, when creation is actually happening. Right now we're in the cosmic day because creation is going on, you know what I'm saying? There's life that is happening. But then there's also the cosmic night, when the creation is destroyed and when the universe returns back to just oneness and nothingness, you know what I'm saying? So both of these experiences, both of these states basically are working to move the universe forward. So even in your own personal life, you'll have seemingly good days and you'll have seemingly bad days, but they're all based on your perception. Neither day is better than the other one, you know what I'm saying? They are just two opposite forces. Just like you have hot and cold, you know what I'm saying? Hot isn't necessarily better than cold, or cold isn't necessarily better than hot, and there's really no such thing as hot and cold. It's just polarities on one long continuum. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as hot, really. You know what I'm saying? Hot is just subjective. You know what I'm saying? You think 98 degrees is hot because you've experienced 32 degrees. You know what I'm saying? It's really no such thing as hot or cold. You know what I'm saying? So even with physicality and spirit, these are just two different states on one long continuum. So, you know what I'm saying? The spirit is going to just have you going through good days and seemingly bad days, because these are just experiences on one long continuum to get you in touch with what you perceive as the self. You know what I'm saying? The universe isn't just some little good, lovey-dovey, sweet fantasy world, heavenly place, but it's not necessarily either some dark, hellish, crazy, evil world either. You know what I'm saying? It's just really an existence. You know what I'm saying? So when you get in touch with the self, you're going to have your two different forces, which is the daytime and the nighttime. You know what I'm saying? In the daytime, things may be comfortable. Things are known. You know what I'm saying? Things, you know what's around the corner. You can see things. Things may be seemingly happy or whatnot, and that's cool. Experience that and enjoy that. But then you're going to also have to go through some night times. In those night times, you can have the same bliss, the same energy, the same happiness, but it's just going to be a little different. You have to develop a light within yourself so you can be able to move through the darkness. You know what I'm saying? And also, I've been talking about the struggle, but you honestly have to go through the struggle, because every time you go through the struggle, you come out with more power. You come out strong. You can look back upon yourself and see that you made it. You know what I'm saying? In your life circumstances, don't play the victim role. Don't feel like you just going through life and there's nothing that you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Every situation, you can always do something from yourself to elevate and change the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? The universe is trying to just teach you that your power is inside you. You know what I'm saying? It's how you think. It's how you move. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, don't necessarily try to think the universe through. The universe isn't just necessarily in your mind. It's in your heart. And it's also out here in this physical world. You actually got to do something. Don't just sit inside and be in your mind all day, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really, you can get trapped in there, you know what I'm saying? The mind is not even really the most powerful thing. The mind is really just a tool. You know what I'm saying? Really get out here and get in the universe and ask the spirit and check in with your spirit and see what it is that you can do. Like, each person has individual agency in their own respective life. There's always something you can do to make it better, you know what I'm saying? So whatever you are going through, whatever you are struggling with, just look deeper and just question yourself and ask how you can make that struggle better, because there's always a way out, but it's just whether you can see it or not. Even speaking about for black people as a whole, you know what I'm saying, there's a way out of this so-called oppression, but you have to see it. And secondly, once you see it, you can't be afraid to go get it, because we all know that we really gonna have to just break free. It may have to be a little war or something, but really we just gonna have to love ourselves. But we don't want to take that step. We're content playing the victim role because we so used to somebody and something outside of us doing something for us, and it kind of goes down to our religious beliefs. We feel like God and Jesus is going to make it work for us, but you have to get it yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the main thing that the universe is trying to teach everybody. You're going to go through some good days, you're going to go through some bad days, but it's all to just teach you about existence. Existence is the universe, and in this existence, you have the polarities of so-called positive and negative. You have the polarities of so-called good and evil, but you know what I'm saying, you have to transcend looking at things in terms of good and evil, and just see that they're all one force. what I'm saying? They are one force, just like you have two sides of every coin. You know what I'm saying? If you put in a quarter in the vending machine, you can't just put in the head side. When you put in the head side, the tail side automatically comes with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just put in the tail side, the head side automatically comes with it. So when it comes to existence, when it comes to getting in touch with the spirit, you can't just have it good all the time, because that's a false reality. Just like cooking a recipe, you know what I'm saying? If you cooking whatever you cooking, you know what I'm saying? If you cooking a little, making some chicken or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You can't just salt the chicken. You got to put it in the stove, warm it up, cook it, you know what I'm saying? It's more than one thing that has to go into the creation and into these things, y'all. So mainly I kind of just want to say is transcend the duality and know that everything is happening in divine order, you know what I'm saying? You have positive and so-called negative forces of the universe, but these forces are really the same force. It's just coming in different forms. You know what I'm saying? Like behind both of these forces is the same energy. It's just coming and doing it in different forms, right? You know what I'm saying? So really kind of just reflect on that and know that, really just know that you're straight.